Hello everyone, today we will present you our interview about private business from real business owner. I hope this video gives you some insights and inspire someone to have their own business. Our interviewee today is a real business owner, he is a barista and he owns a famous cafe in Thailand.
You might be wondering why we choose this business to interview. First thing, one of our friends usually go to many cafes to get some rest or indulge in the surroundings until becoming acquainted with the baristas who are the owner.
In the moment, he thought about why they decided to open this cafe and what they had to face before beginning, and of course, how many important is English matter with this business. And then we consider about the interview, and here are the purpose.
The purpose of our interviews are 1. To learn about cafe and make a better understanding about it. 2. To know how English is important to cafe business. 3. To be an informative example and inspiration to anyone who interested to having their own business. Okay, so let's start with first cafe.
Good morning, everyone. We are in our town around in the Thailand. Yes, if talking about the Thailand, we will thinking of the cafe and the restaurant and the market.
By the atmosphere around good for taking a picture, having some coffee. Now we are at Pot Coffee. This cafe is a simple style and chic. Let's go into a cafe.
Let's go.
Let's go.
君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっともう戻らなくたって忘れないで
Now we are with the people who is the owner of Pot Cafe. Good morning, people. How are you?
I'm good. You?
Okay, it's fine. Let's go to the first question.
How about your cafe business and what is inspiration for this?
When I study at the university, I love to read a book at a cafe, and then I love to talk with the barista about the coffee, and I want to learn how it comes from, how to get the espresso shot from the espresso machine. In my mind, I don't want to work about the officer. And when I education, I go to work at the cafe to the employee around one year.
Wow, so excited. In your opinion, a cafe in Bangkok can be stable career?
I think it's up to the people want to build a cafe in another way. Example, some people want to build a cafe through the way want to get the money, many money, and some people want just passion, and some people want to make a cafe for the hoping to take a camera. For me, I think it's hard to be the owner of the coffee shop, because in the first year and the first month, it's easy to people come to our cafe. Have many people because it's a new cafe in Bangkok. People will come to many, but in another year, 2 years, 3 years, it's hard to get the people back to our cafe.
It's nice for you.
Yeah.
So the next, what is the signature that makes your cafe interesting and attract customers?
I think the mood of our cafe, because I build this cafe like to be just cozy, and people can come to be a work and working space in this cafe, not only to take a camera. And our coffee the quality is good, and our bakery we have to fresh breaking every day.
I think so. This coffee is so good for taking picture.
Yes.
In the cafe business like this, how important is English in your opinion?
I think it's up to the location of the cafe because about the pot coffee is near the tourist location. It has many the tourism come to travel around here. But I think the English is very important about the business here.
Oh, so good.
So today, how often do you use the English in your career?
I think that today I'm not often to use the English because the COVID-19 is make not have too much tourists. I think this time we have only the Thai people come to my cafe. That is, I think around 1 year is have to tourism back to travel here. I think that time I have to use the English skill more than this time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thanks you.
It's over for the first cafe. Let's go to the next place.
Hello everyone, we finally arrived at a cafe. This one is a small cafe on Thonburi side, close to Klong San and near the iconic mall like Icon Siam.
Don't think too much to be chilling here. This cafe will bring a neighborhood feeling with retro and classic style. That place we call Walden Home Cafe.
Let's get inside.
Okay, now here we are with Pete, the owner of Walden Home Cafe. Good afternoon, how do you do?
Good afternoon, I'm good.
And what is the inspiration for this?
The main inspiration, I got a passion in cafe before this, but the main inspiration, I'm not sure I can call it inspiration because before I opened this cafe, I work in magazine business and now magazine business is dead. So I need to find something that I can live with it. So I decided to open the cafe.
So you like the coffee too?
Of course, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Coffee is my passion too.
In your opinion, a cafe business in Bangkok can be a stable career?
Oh, it depends on who you are, If you got a passion and if you really like to deliver good quality product to the customer, I think it's really reliable and stable career to open a cafe.
So that cafe you need to have a signature, right? To
Signature.
attract the people, the customer.
The drink.
Yes, and I mean the decoration too.
It depends. Some cafe is not beautiful, just a dodgy, old, plain, but they got a lot of customers. So I think it's the important thing is about what you try to present to customers. If you got a good coffee, customer will come to you. Even your cafe is not beautiful.
And so what about your signature? The signature of your cafe.
I try to present the coffee. That is the core product that I try to deliver to the customer. But also the decoration, I try to do the best I can to make it attraction to the customer. I don't deny that the decoration can attract the people to come here, but I think the core product must be the coffee. Your coffee must be drinkable, must be delicious. It's like people keep coming back.
How about the feedback since the cafe started?
Feedback, got really good feedback. Thai people, if they got good feedback, they will get a good review. If you look in the website, it's always good feedback, but I know that they have some negative feedback too.
In a cafe business like this, how important English in your opinion?
For my cafe, not much because the main customer got Thai, just a few foreigners.
I try to use passive skill มากกว่า
And how often do you use them today? Not much, but I mean in every situation.
Not much. I haven't speak and write, but I try to use like a listen and writing and listening.
Okay, that's all for this. I appreciate your kindness and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you ครับ Thank you everyone.
And that's all of the interviews. Let's jump on the next topic.
Pause Coffee is a cafe located around Tatian, a minimal style cafe with a good atmosphere that just started on 1st October 2020. The owner is Pipon and also a barista of the cafe. The cafe's signature is not only suitable for photographs, this cafe also has working space and a fresh baked bakery.
His opinion about how important English to cafe business is that it's up to the location of the cafe place. For example, Port Coffee located near tourist attraction, making many tourists often come to the cafe than normally. People advise anyone interested in opening their own cafe. 1. You should know about coffee. 2. You should know about manage a business. 3. You should have a sweet mind. If you lack experience, you can start with being an employee in a cafe. It will give you a good start.
Walden is a vintage style cafe located around Klong San, not far from Icon Siam. This cafe has been open for 2 years. The owner is Pidith and he is the barista too.
Walden's signature is the coffee. Pidith tried to make sure the coffee is good as main priority, then combined with the decoration of the cafe. It surely make customers come back for more drink. His opinion about the English cafe business is from his experience. He doesn't get so many foreign customers, so he didn't speak or write in English so often. He mostly uses English skill by this means more often than others. Pidith advice for anyone who is interested to opening their own cafe is to have passion and stick with it. Opening a cafe on your own is a tough thing to do, but if you stick with the passion, you go through it.
Our group consists of 5 people. First is me, Chalasitia Fuan. I'm a scriptwriter and a proofreader. Second is Jawad Shamsa. He's the interviewer and a subtitle interpreter. Third, Thanakin Hongkang. He is the editor, interviewer, and the sound manager of the interview. Fourth, Nalipana Phongchalerm. He is the interviewer and subtitle interpreter. And lastly is Thanakon Kyarman. He is the cameraman, the interviewer, his presentation editor, and the person who contacts the interviewee. The process of our work. First, we brainstorm and decide what career we should be interviewed. Then, we contact the interviewee to ask for an interview by either direct messaging them or by meeting them in person at their workplace. After we get an interview, we then get that interview video, editing them to make a presentation video like this one you are currently watching. Problems that we encounter and how we solve them. We encounter many problems during this task. Here is our major problem. First, our communication is too little, making some decisions without all members participate. To solve this problem, when we're going to make a final decision, we tell anyone who is not currently available through live chat to make sure everyone knows about it before we proceed.
The last one is about the production. Some tools are not quite usable because of the unprofessional skills of our members. Also, the quality of sound, some are bad. There are reasons we do have good cameras but don't have any recording device, just a phone recorder. So we solve them by enhancing their quality later the best we can on the editing program. These are the problems we mostly encounter with our solutions. It's time for the things that we have learned from this task. Let's see what we learned.
I learned how to write a script and managing the time it takes to shoot those scenes. And then I learned about how the video production would look like when we take it seriously. Of course, I learned more about the cafe business in general, mostly about managing a business. I also learned how important English is in a business from a different perspective. Last thing I learned is how to work with multiple people with different skills and experience. Also, I having some issue trying to do something I'm not familiar with. I'm glad that we did our best and finished the job.
I think this task taught me to improve English language skill, whether listening, speaking, and writing, to use for designing work, to finish work. At the same time, it's easy practice to work together as a team and manage people and time for work. Finally, in the work there may be some controversy, but in the end, we can work out our best.
Of course, we have learned a lot more about English, listening, oral and writing skills, as well as outgoing about the cafe business, whether how it starts or the management, also influence of English on this business. From my point of view, I had many problems with teamwork, but it taught me how to manage my emotions, understanding each perspective of people. Throughout this work, I faced many epic problems unexpectedly, but I can solve them the epic way as well. So proud. Moreover, my editing skills have greatly improved too.
I get to practice my speaking and listening skill, learn the owner's opinion on the cafe business and how important is English in the cafe business. When I get to work within the group, then I learn that it isn't easy and has so many problems. So we need to talk with the group and try to do the best.
Usually, I am not very assertive. When I start working, I was able to practice my English skills, such as speaking, reading, and listening. Whether it is talking in front of camera or interviews, I practice speaking more fluently. I learn to control my emotion during work and tackle various immediate problems.
Special thanks. Thank you, teacher Naviya Janjula, for being a consultant and giving us advice for the task. And thank you, Mr. Pakapon Pisethadipon and Mr. Iteng Sirijaran for taking the time for us to interview. Thank you, Port Cafe and Walden Home Cafe for the location for the filming. Thank you, friend, group member that get together and accomplish this task together. Thank you.
ไม่บอกอยู่แล้วแล้วนี่เรามาถ่ายอะไรครับ
เรามา